Hey, what's up? Good people, it's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Friday. It's November 17th and it is 3:03 in the a.m. And I am reading a new recovery series. This is taken from 24 Hours a Day, the Little Black Book. And yesterday I used a picture of the Little Black Book. Today I am in my office and I'm just going to read and talk. How about that? It says, the thought for the day. Everyone has two personalities, a good and a bad. We are all dual personalities to some extent. When we were using, the bad personality was in control. Here I go. You know, I don't like looking at things and labeling them good and bad, you know, because I think of the yin and yang symbol, and not everything is always good, not everything is always bad. So when we say the bad personality was in control, how about our poor choices were in control, or our inability to choose was in control? And the inability to choose, one, because of lack of knowledge, or two, because of character defects, because we all mess up. You know, perfection is not achieved in this lifetime, as I stated in the initial statement. Amen. It says we did things when we were drunk, and I'm going to say using, or in our process of healing and our need for healing. We did things that we wouldn't normally do. You know, because we have thrown off any kind of constraint that we had, or restraint, you know, because we were in our euphoric state, or another state of decline. You know, we made poor choices. And the poor choices, I want to say, are and were indicative of our heart's condition. Amen. It says, when we sober up, we'd wonder how we could have ever done the things that we did. How about we start examining our hearts when we sober up? Not wondering why we did the things. You did what you wanted to do, when you wanted to do it, and how you wanted to do it. You know, when you're not using, you have the ability to hide, or, again, to adhere to the constraints and restraints. You know, you're able to fake. You're able to play the role. But when you're using, you know, all bets are off. When you're using, what you're basically doing is giving yourself permission to indulge the desires of your heart. You know, you made a reservation, you're just keeping the appointment. Amen. People don't want to think about that. We don't want to acknowledge that part of ourselves. You know, we want to continue to play the role. So then, you know, when we do sober up, we can play the role of the victim as opposed to the role of the perpetrator. The meditation for the day that goes with this reading. It says, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. These words are not for many ordinary people, whom the world may pass by, unrecognizing. Not to the world fame, the proud, the wealthy, are these words spoken, but to the quiet followers who serve God, unobtrusively, yet faithfully, who bear their crosses bravely and put on a smiling face to the world. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. pass into the fuller spiritual life, which is the life of joy and peace. Now, I love that little blurb, and I want to tell the people who don't experience the joy, I'm going to tell you why this is happening. Because you're picking up your cross with the mindset of the world. You know, if you pick up that cross and you continue to complain, you are still in the world. You know, God doesn't really owe you anything, but we approach with a sense of entitlement based in faith. Amen. God made you, and that should be enough. God keeps you silently, day by day, and that should be enough. You know, when I find myself giving into the spirit of complaint, I'm usually around somebody who has been severely wounded, and their spirit tends to remove my shroud too early. Notice the words I used. When you call forth from death, just know you have on the garb of death, the mummy wrap, if you will. And if it's removed too soon, you are still in that state of, I want to say, transition. And you're being exposed back to the elements that killed you. I'm speaking metaphorically and literally, figuratively and literally, if you will. You know, because if we talk about Lazarus' resurrection and we believe that in faith, then we understand. If you don't understand it in faith, you can understand what it's like to unwrap a cadaver. Anybody that's ever taken anatomy and physiology that has a cadaver present, you understand what it's like to unwrap a cadaver. Amen. I just want to put that out there. So be careful how you present yourself. Be careful what you take in. Be mindful of your state and the state of others. Be compassionate. Be empathetic. And be mindful of how you pick up your cross. The prayer for the day on this reading is, I pray that I may not desire the world's applause. I pray that I may not seek rewards for doing what I believe is right. If you need that pat on the back, there's something wrong with your giving. You should be validated in love and by the love of God. Amen. Amen. Amen again.